Hi, I'm David Johnson. I am pastor of New Tabor Brethren Church, and this is Bible Boost. Today's subject is in the middle of nowhere. You've heard that before, right? Someone said, "Where are we?" And the answer says, "I think we're in the middle of nowhere." Now, find nowhere, okay, and then get in the middle of it, and that's where you are. Sort of impossible to believe that phrase, but sometimes you feel that. I think that this phrase began as Abram was told by God to go that way. Let's look at scripture in Genesis chapter 12 and verse 1. The Lord said to Abram, "Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you." Abram just went in the direction that God told him to go. He didn't know where it was, didn't realize who would be there when he got there. He just went. And in his day and age, that really was the middle of nowhere. And then in Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 8, in the New Testament, we revisit him. Now his name is Abraham. It says, by faith, Abraham, when called to go to a place he would later receive as his inheritance, obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going. Now, when I was younger in ministry, I was youth pastor in one town, and I was offered the pastorate at a church. And I was approved to be where I was. I mean, the pastor told me, he said, you're probably going to be my successor. And I'm going to retire in a few years. And I thought, well, okay. And then, but I had this opportunity in another town to go and be the pastor of the church and to begin what God called me to do, which was my pastoral ministry. And I was really, in a flux of what to do. What am I going to do? I had something secure here, but I had this that somebody needs me. And I went to the Lord and I said, God, what do you want me to do? What should I do? And then he said something in my spirit that I've never forgotten. He said, if you stay here, I will be with you. If you go there, I will be with you. So if I'd have stayed there, which as time, when it would have been another 12 years before that pastor resigned or retired. If I'd have stayed there, I'd have been okay, but I'd been there 12 years. And where I went, God blessed me. We went to a place that really needed help. Anytime you're needed somewhere and someone's calling you, they're not saying, hey, this is a gem of a situation, come on in. Now, we had to do some repair work. It was very, very taxing for us for a while, but it was rewarding. God blessed us, and he was true to his word. So if God is with you, he makes nowhere somewhere, because anywhere God is never nowhere. So if you know the Lord, you're never in the middle of nowhere. I don't care how it feels. Understand this, that God is with you, because God has promised you that he's going to be with you, even when you're in trouble. Yeah, that's the God we serve. In broken relationships, he's there. In broken finances, he's there. In broken careers, he's there. Even in prison, God is with you. Joshua chapter 1 and verse 9, scripture says, have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. And then Matthew chapter 28 verse 20 says, and surely I will be with you always to the very end of the age. God's telling you today what he told me 25 years ago. Don't be afraid of being in the middle of nowhere, because if God's with you, it's not nowhere. It's going to be okay, because God has said, I'm with you. God bless you. We will see you next time on Bible Boost.